everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and I got a lot of lights going on back there, so I'm hoping that the shine from them isn't too weird. I didn't think about that when I turned them on, and I might have to turn them off. But today is my second annual Jammy Day. It is raining like crazy here, so it's gray and cloudy and windy, so what better than to be just hang out in your jammies and some fancy earrings. Why not? Let's do a Christmas craft. Christmas is just a couple of days away, but there's always time for that one more craft. What I did is I got these from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they look familiar to you or not, but every year the Dollar Tree has these. I painted the frames of these white because they had some kind of wood grain look to them that really wasn't pretty. And we're not keeping the sentiments that are written on here anyway, so I got a little sloppy with the paint. But we're going to start with this project, and then I have another one right after because this one's not going to take much time at all. What I did is I painted my frames, and then I cut out some Christmas cardstock. These have little lights on them. I just thought they were cute. I like the pinks and the pastels for Christmas also, and that's kind of what we're doing here. But I'm going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants because I have been testing different colors of paints, and I always want things so matchy-matchy, and maybe this time this craft is not about being matchy. So I'm going out, outside of my comfort zone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Mod Podge these in the middle. Oh, in the middle. Look at that. That looks really cute already. And then I have these wooden Christmas ornaments. They're cutouts that I got from Hobby Lobby. I've been testing paints on them. I think I'm going to use this color, but I don't know. Look at the pinks match. I might, and I might not. I have no idea. And then, did you know that you can buy Scrabble tiles just by themselves? You don't have to buy the whole game. Who knew? So I have a huge bag of Scrabble tiles. My girlfriend always gets them at Goodwill. Also, I never find cool stuff at Goodwill. So I'm going to use Scrabble tiles on this project also. And I got some glitter. So why not? Glitter goes, Christmas goes with glitter like, I don't know. Glitter is everything at Christmas, right? And I have my snowman mug today. Only problem with this mug is I have to drink left-handed or you don't see his little face. So I'm going to try to do that without spilling it all over. Oh, you can tell it's hot. My glass is steamed up. These are the jammies that we bought and had our initials monogrammed on them for our Christmas card. They're supposed to look like the Santa Claus when Scott Calvin, SC, or Santa Claus, had his red satin jammies. And I don't know why I think these things up, but last September I thought, you know what, we need to have those jammies. So I got them monogrammed, and here we are. So let's get to getting on this. I'm going to Mod Podge this cardstock on there, and I hope that the cardstock is not too thick. Ooh, new Mod Podge. I hope, really? There. I hope it's not too thick to Mod Podge on. We'll see. The thinner paper like tissue paper and napkins work a whole lot better, but I'm going to try it with this. As soon as I open up my Mod Podge, I didn't realize this was brand new, so bonus. The one that I had been using, I was just trying to dig what was left out of the bottom, and it's like, you know what? That's not worth it. I have water out here for my paintbrush, but I might as well clean my hands off in it since I haven't done the paintbrush yet. I need a lighter paintbrush for this, and this is a jar of my favorite paintbrushes that used to be my favorite paintbrushes, let's say that. Now they're kind of used and abused and junky. Yeah, see, this one's really solid all the way through except the ends, but it's good enough for Mod Podge. All right. So I am all ready for Christmas. I've got everything wrapped. I've got everything decorated. The thing I don't have done is my baking. I do have my sugar cookie dough, though. It's already made and in the refrigerator. I just have to bake the cookies. But my husband and I like to do that together. Roll out the dough and cut them out. And it's just fun when you have somebody to do it with. And he's a good sport, so he does that with me. And we're going to do that tomorrow. But I already have the dough chilling and ready to go. Okay, so we'll see if I got this covered well enough. If you don't, it'll leave a bubble. It'll pop up. Uh-oh. Let me get underneath that. Evidently, this isn't square. There, fit better this way. Huh. That's weird. Okay. So I'll push that down in. And I cut these ahead of time just so I would make sure that we would save as much time as possible. And I still did not get that cut perfect. I used my paper cutter too, so that's odd. And I'm a little extra on that side. All right. Glue that down. So that looks really good. See, isn't that cute? Now, that would be cute just like this, but you know, you gotta put stuff on it. You gotta embellish, which I love doing. You can't have anything just plain. We haven't had any thunderstorms yet, but we sure have had the rain, which is good because my plants, I have azaleas out front and they're just beautiful, but they definitely needed a drink. So they're getting it today. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the pictures on my site, but last weekend my girlfriend was here from Ohio and we just had the best time, y'all. You ever have that girlfriend that you're just so much alike and you forget how much alike you are until you're together again? Well, this is my BFF from Ohio. Got a little too much glue on that. I went to pick her up at the airport. This is no lie. I picked her up at the airport. We looked at each other and realized we had the same exact glasses from the same company. These are the pair I wear that you can have the different toppers. And she even had this topper, the red and black buffalo plaid. Out of all the glasses in the entire world, we had the same. So it's like, oh my gosh, I missed her so much. She is definitely my twin, if nothing else. She has the red curly hair, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge over the top of this because you want to seal it. And I like to use the gloss only because if by chance this does get wet, well, if this gets wet, it's from Dollar Tree and it'll probably fall apart. But if it got a little wet, the gloss will hold up and it will not disintegrate, fall apart, wrinkle, any of that stuff. So my friend, her name's Becky. So my friend also brought her tablet with her, and she brought it out, and we have the same exact tablet cover. Van Gogh's Starry Night. Yeah, things like that just kept happening. We still finish each other's sentences. We still can laugh and not say a word because we both know what each other's thinking. I miss a good friend like that, you know? When you're not around that person a lot, although when you're not around and you get together, it's like you've never been apart. So she is that person for me. But we went to Hollywood Studios, Disney, and she had never been to Disney. So it was so awesome seeing Disney through somebody else's eyes for the very first time. I mean, I remember how it felt for me, but she had never gotten to go. And it was It was just the best because she's a huge Star Wars fan. And of course we had to go to Hollywood Studios because that's where all the Star Wars stuff is. And I would not be lying if I said that that was the best time she's had in a long, long time. So I was so glad to be part of that. So I'm already missing her. It's you know, it's been a week, but I'm already missing her. I got a little bubble in there, so I might not have got it all glued down underneath. Too late now. You can't really pull that up. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm going to move over to my other project. So we get both projects done at once. Because I have to Mod Podge that too, I might as well do it while my brush is wet. This here is a frame. I painted the inside white. You get a group of these frames. I think it was like 2 or 3 of them in a package at Hobby Lobby. I think I want to stain the outside frame. I'm not sure yet. And I have dark wax out here. Let me find it. I think it's here. Oh, it's Kills dark wax. And I love this stuff, and they don't make it anymore, which makes me really sad. But I bought this container a number of years ago, and it looks like I've hardly dipped into it because it lasts forever. Now, what you can find, though, is Magnolia, the Joanna Gaines brand. She does have a dark wax and a light wax. The light wax is clear and it will seal things, but the dark wax will also stain just like the Kills wax. See, and I mean, it's got a little dip in there, but it looks like I really haven't used it a lot. So I think I'm going to use that on this frame because I like the color that it leaves. And it has a wax finish on it, so it is protective. Okay, now I had a hard time, I don't know what the dimensions of this are, but my paper wasn't wide enough. So that's why I painted the back white, because this has little white edges around it and it kind of blends in. I was kind of bummed that I could not get this wide enough. And this is a free printable from Pinterest. I just put in the search bar free Christmas sheet music. And this is one of them that popped up. There's a whole bunch, but I like the Silent Night. It just seems fitting for this project the way I want it to look. I want it to look more classy, not elegant so much because it's got more of a rustic feel to it, but just classy, which that is kind of my decorating style. I'm not really into the cutesy or the whimsical as much. Now I can get whimsical with my colors, but you know, it's like my deer behind me. They look, other than being all glittered up, they look like real deer. They're not the cartoony looking deer. So, and I like bright white crisp finishes, and that is not a popular opinion right now. Everybody likes the shabby look or things that look old and like you've had it around forever. And I understand why people like that because it reminds them of a simpler time. And I totally agree with all of that. Now I, of course, cut this ahead of time. I'm going to push it down real good. And I mean, I understand wanting that feeling of your childhood when a time was so much simpler. I understand all that, but shabbiness reminds me of a lot of things I had as a child that no. I want things to look new and bright and happy. To me, the clean and white and bright is happy. I'm going to get the Mod Podge off my wood because if I'm going to stain it, it's not going to show well with the Mod Podge. So that's just my thought on decorating. We had a lot of shabby things growing up, and it just reminded me that we didn't have a lot of money. And, you know, I get that it reminds you of your childhood, but I want things bright and shiny and clean, and I'm just really into the clean. Ooh, this baby's bubbling up a lot. Let's hope when the Mod Podge dries that those bubbles go back down. And I like to do a little cross hatch with my Mod Podge, because when you look at it later, it almost looks like a painting, like brush strokes. Just my little take on it. Oh, that's pretty. Brush strokes. And this has a little picture on the top for Silent Night. Kind of nice. Okay, well, that's drying. You know what? I should have turned my fan on. See how much stuff blows all over the place. Just so I can get my Mod Podge dry-ish. I'm just going to set it up against my jars of glitter. There. Looks good. This one, I'll just have to hope for the best that it dries. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry. Isn't that pretty? I really like that. And the white on the edges really doesn't bother me all that much. So I'm okay with it. When you see what I'm going to do with it, the rest of it, it's going to be really pretty. Pretty much done with the Mod Podge, so I'm going to put that in the water. See if I can get that brush to loosen up a little bit, because it's really hard. Okay. Okay, so next I am going to decorate my little ornaments for this project, because it's going to go in the center, and then my Scrabble tiles are going to go on top of that. I have Peace and Joy. Let's see. P-E-A. That's for joy. And I know it's probably backwards because I can't turn it around yet, because Androids, for some reason, you can't flip the video or mirror it, they say. So all the words are backwards. Now on an iPhone you can, and it's like not a problem at all. So hopefully Androids will catch up one of these days, because I've always had an Android and I think it's one of those things that's what I'm comfortable with. So I don't know. Okay, I am going to try this pink, and if I don't like it, we're going to change it. Who knows? Get another brush. And all my brushes have these really long handles. I love that. I'm going to pour a little of this in the lid. I do not like to pour, oh, it's a thick paint. I do not like to pour my paint onto a paper plate while it's like Jell-O, because you waste a lot, because whatever's left on the plate, it's hard to get back in the bottle, and then it might have hardened by then. I'm going to put a little water in this because, wow. You never know how long a paint sits for at the store, you know? They need to put expiration dates on them. Okay. So I am just going to paint along here. This top on here has like a little scallop edge on it, so it's kind of hard to get in there. I want to paint just the top and not the edge, because I like that dark edge from the laser cut. That's how you know something's just cut or laser cut instead of just cut out. And if I just feather along the edges, I'll more than likely I'll only get the top and not the side. Because once you do get a little on the side, you might as well just paint all the side, and I don't really want to do that. All right, we'll see how much of this gets on the ornament and how much gets on me. I'm kind of taking my life in my hands wearing these fancy jammies and painting at the same time. Okay, I got just about all of it painted except where my fingers were. So let's see if I can do this. Now I am using, it's called Pink Polish from Apple Barrel. Not bad. It's kind of cute. Get that paint off my hands because I don't want to touch something else. And I think, see, that's going to be really cute. That's going to be really cute. But now I have to rethink my ribbon because I want to do a bow at the top and it's all red and green. I don't know, maybe we could do red and green with it. I don't really have pink Christmas ribbon. Okay, so we're going to let that one dry. I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to paint this one. And I think I'm only going to need one coat of paint on this. Usually, like the white frames on here, that was 4 coats of paint. So I had to do that early this morning. I never know what I'm going to make until the morning of. And it drives me a little crazy because it's like I should know better. I think about it all week, but I never know it exactly until that day. I got a little on the top piece up here, but I'm thinking I might put glitter on those, the top pieces here. And I have white, silver, and red glitter. So I might use one of those on the top. I'm trying to get my brush strokes to all be going the same way. I don't know if it really matters on this project, but I think it gives it a nicer look. I keep moving my fingers around to try to get all the paint everywhere. Oh. Okay. Another thing with using old paintbrushes is sometimes the bristles fall out, and then you've got that on your work, like that piece. Okay, whoop, still need the bottom. Ta-da! Oh, I like that. I do like that. I'm not, we'll see. Can I, if I put that up there, is it gonna touch? No. Ah, don't fall over. Okay, I'm gonna put that in my water because I think I'm done with the pink. Who knows, I might not be. No, I'm not, because I needed to get the paint out of the lid. Maybe using this extra water will help it not be so thick. But wow, yeah, that's like cottage cheese. Whew. See, and I hardly wasted any. Put that on there. I got some paint on the outside of the lid. That's the last thing I need to do is wear that. I like to store all my paints in crates. Let me show you what I mean. Oh, get these from Walmart. These are all my pinks and purples. And then I got one for my greens and my mints. And then I got one for my blacks and whites. So, and browns. So I've got a bunch of those crates. And this one, I even decorated with a napkin. So it's got little birds on it. Isn't that pretty? I mean, even though it's storage, it could be decorative, right? And I got an orange in here for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna put, this pink doesn't fit over there, so I'm going to put it in with my greens just until I get done and I can resort and figure out what happened. Okay, well, those are drying. Let's go back over to this one. It's got quite a few bubbles in it, but I really believe those are going to even out. And if they don't, on this project, that's kind of okay because it looks old. It's more of the rustic. Isn't that pretty? I love the sheet music too, Betty. I think this, because it printed, because I just printed it today, but it looks yellowed, and I think it goes well with the frame. So I don't know if I'm going to stain the frame or not. I'm going to put a little of the wax on the back just to see if I like it. And if I don't, we're not going to go that route. If I can get this open. Come on. All right, and I just take a little of my paper towel, just brush it in there, and then go along. You got to rub it in really good. That is really pretty. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We'll just see if I can do it without getting it on the white. I'm going to try. It might be a train wreck on video, but you'll get to see it here first. Ugh. Okay, I'm just trying to get down into that little lip in there. I'm going to do the hardest part first. And you really don't need a lot at all. That's why this wax has lasted me actually a couple of years now. And I've hardly used any out of it. It reminds me of the old shoe polish. I remember having to polish. I don't remember why. There was one pair of shoes I had growing up that I had to polish, and I'm pretty sure it was my church shoes, but I don't remember what those shoes look like or anything. I just remember having to polish them. Okay, I got a little on the sheet music, but actually it doesn't look so bad. There. Be very careful, because you don't want to get this on your clothes. Being a wax, I don't know if it comes out. Okay, I got 2 sides done, and it might, dryer's done. It's laundry day. Every Saturday's laundry day. But I only do laundry on Saturday, so that's why I always have so much. Ooh. Come on. Now, one more inside, and then I can show you what I'm doing. It's just trying to get it to where you don't get it on anything else. So we had Bible study last night, and we are doing this study on, sorry, you just got something on. We are doing this study on The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyers. And if you know anything about Joyce Meyers' ministry or her works, she goes real in depth on things. And The Battlefield of the Mind is one of what she's known for. And what it is, it's a whole thing on how we can recognize what's going on around us, to know that a lot of times the things we think are happening aren't. They're only happening in our mind. And like, you could be so mad at somebody, they have absolutely no idea why you're mad at them, and you find out the thing you're mad about didn't really happen, didn't really exist. And it can ruin your friendship with people. It can ruin marriages. And that's one thing we talked about last night, that because we're studying this, we have to be more mindful, because when you start studying something is when the enemy likes to come after you in that same area. And the battlefield of the mind, oh, yeah, because that's the only place he really has jurisdiction to fight, because God owns everything else. And because we have free will is the reason that we can think and feel how we like, and it's not always according to God's plan. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you are thinking the will of God, or wow, I just don't know. I got started with this and I just don't know. But, you start thinking stuff and you feel like you are really angry, or you're not happy, or you're just miserable. You got to know that that's not what God has for you. That is not what he wants for your life. So when depression and, difficulties with spouses and family members and whatever else, it is usually because that mean old devil, which what my daughter used to say when she was little, that mean old devil, what he plants in your brain. And a lot of times it's just not anything that's really happened. It's just all stuff that you have thought up in your mind. So that's what we're studying in Bible study. Doesn't that sound like fun? Don't know about that. It really is. It's nice to be with the group that we have. And it's nice that we're all learning this together. But we talked about it. It was so amazing because the couple that was there, they were talking about how much they did feel under attack. And it has been ever since we've been doing this Bible study. So that was a really good conversation we had last night. You know, I got some of this stuff up on I guess it was inevitable. I got it up on the paper. So maybe I'll go over the paper with some of this just to make it all look the same. Okay. So I talked to you about how I love everything nice and white and bright, and this is not. Let me get the rest of this wiped off so I don't get it all over my beautiful jammies. And I'm going to put that paper towel over there. Let's see how much I have on my hands. Just a little on my thumb is all I see so far. So let's get that off. Okay. I really like how that looks. I like that darkness on there, but see how I got a little around the edges? I might need to put some across the picture itself, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. But right now, this is where that stands. We're going to let that dry. And we're going to go back to our other project. Do you love how I'm juggling projects here? Because this is all dry and it looks great. This is my nice, clean, white, crisp art project. And then this is my one that's not. So I guess I've got something for everybody today. Let's put the lid on this so it doesn't dry out. And it does screw on, sort of. Like shoe polish did, but you know, you got to line it up just right. There. Oh. Come on. Good. Now, I want to glue my, do I want to glue that on first, or do I want to do I want to do the glitter on the top first. Answered that for myself, didn't I? So I'm going to get the Mod Podge out again because I didn't bring like glue, but Mod Podge works perfect for it. Okay. I didn't take the paper out of the lid. There we go. I need a small brush for this, but not tiny. Like this one. This is a number 2 flat. So I'm going to do that. Oh, and I'm definitely turning off the fan if we're going to do glitter. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? That would be terrible. And it's just going to be a little bit on the top here. I really don't want glitter anywhere else because I think just this will finish it. Just give it that little pizzazz. And I have the real fine white glitter, and then I have the not metal flake, but big flake, and I want to use the big flake because I like it. And what do I want to do? I should put a piece of paper down. Let's use, this was the paper I was thinking of using. It's got little polka dots all over it, but I'll use that for my glitter, and then we can use it for something else later. Okay. Oops, I only got one hole open. There we go. Oh, pretty. And I kind of want to push that down. Wax on my finger. And then take the, oh. Love it. Look at how sparkly that is. That's perfect. Let's do the other one. And then we can put this glitter back in the container. And hopefully not have too much all over. This is the table we also have our Bible study at, and one of the members was laughing and said, wow, the glitter was so much on everything. He says he thought he maybe had some in his food. And I'm like, yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me. We really get into our work here. This does not... Maybe I didn't put enough glue. We'll see. There, that's better. I got some in the, there, in the hole. Very pretty sparkle. Okay. So let me open up this and put the glitter back in, because glitter is not cheap. Okay. I love the big flake is their, the flakes are plastic, so they don't stick so much to everything, or they're not like the metal like they used to be. Okay, now we're going to glue this on, and I do have my glue gun all hottened up and ready to go, heated up. As soon as I move everything out of the way and get it closer, but I think it's time for a coffee break, don't you think? I need coffee. I love this mug because it's huge and it holds a lot of coffee. Who doesn't like that? Okay, let's put our hot glue on. And you really don't have to put it everywhere. I just don't want it to ooze out the sides. Okay, I'm going to put it like right, center it as much as I can. That looks pretty good. Aww, that is very cute. I do love that. All right, let's do the other one. I don't know what it is about weather like this, but you just want to eat junk food, or just, you know, a lot of carbs. There. Ta-da! Oh, those are cute. Those are cute. I do like that pink. Okay. Let's let this set for a minute and we'll go back to our other one. And maybe we'll finish them both up at the same time. That would be really good. Okay, so I have this, and it's a little shiny because I did, let's see if I can make it shiny. I did use the Shiny Mod Podge, the gloss. So I do like that rustic looking frame. I don't think I'm going to go across the picture though. I think I kind of like it just like it is. And then what I'm going to do is I like to take pipe cleaners, and I got these at Hobby Lobby. They were $2.99, and there are 20 in here. But these are pipe cleaners that look like tree branches, like the pine tree branches. And I like to take these and tie my ornaments to the Christmas tree. So you don't see it at all because it looks just like the branch of the Christmas tree. I took 2 of these and I twisted them together and put them into a circle. Actually, I used my water glass, put them around, made my circle shape with them, put it up there really nice and tight, brought it down, and this is my wreath. So I make sure I don't have any wax on my hand. We are going to put a wreath right here in front of our silent night. I almost forgot this music. I'm not going to glue it to it though. We're going to hang this wreath so it hangs down. And I have used my green and red plaid ribbon. I was looking for a plaid. I didn't want anything too red and white or, you know, bright colors for this muted project. So I used this 1-inch ribbon. And I made a bow off camera because you all know how I can't make bows. I mean, I cry and throw a temper tantrum and no, not really. But making bows is really difficult for me. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just make one of those off camera. And this ribbon is particularly nice because it's the same on the back and on the front. So it doesn't matter if your little bows the loops get twisted. I wrapped all of my Christmas presents and then put velvet ribbon around them. And let me tell you, making the bows for those, not fun, but they're all done and they look beautiful. So this is the bow. And then this is just a piece of ribbon that I'm going to use to wrap my wreath in. And I'm just going to like around like there, but I want to find where I joined them together. Yeah, and it's right here. So those are the ends of my pipe cleaners that I twisted together so they would stay together. So I'm going to cover this up and I am just going to put a little glue right there so it hangs down somewhat. Now the bow is going to cover over the top, so it'll look really good. Let's just hope I don't burn myself because you know I like to. It's just so fun. Well, almost. Okay. Get in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I did not burn myself. Yay. Okay. So, stay on there. So this is what we have. And now I'm going to take this and put it kind of where I want. I really want the Silent Night words to show, but I also want it over my, or centered on my thing. And see how I have this here? I'm just going to glue this on the back, but I want to make sure that it is hanging about where I want it to. I want it more in the center. Do I want it up higher? Because I want my Silent Night to show. So let me look what I got here. I kind of want it down lower. I want it right there. All right. So I'm going to hold it in the front where I want it. Put some hot glue right there. And just using my fingernail. Just, whoa, hold that down. Nice. Good, and see how it hangs? It's just hanging there. So I kind of like that it's more 3D that way. And then all I have left on this project is to glue the little bow. So cute. I love it. All right, so I'm going to put that on there. Oh, that is adorable. I have glue strings everywhere. This is this one. What do you think? It's all finished. Now, it doesn't have a hanger on the back. You can put a hanger on the back. You can put some twine going across and hang it on the wall. I think what I'm going to do is it's going to be a leaner for me. And I'm just going to lean it on one of my shelves up there. But I do like that. That is very pretty. So this one is finished. Now you can make this as gifts. You can give it to friends. Put your name on the back with the date so they know who they got it from and when they got it. So that is pretty cool in itself. So I'm going to set that there. Okay, so now we're going to do our little pink ones here. I love this. Oh, Susie, thank you for sending me stars. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm very jealous that you get to have your grandbabies over. Mine live too far away, so you are so fortunate to be able to have that. This is what we're making so far. I have these little pink ornaments. These were little frames that I got at the Dollar Tree. They had different Christmas sentiments on there. And this is the other project that we made. So I love that. Now we're going to finish this one up, and I'm going to finish it with my Scrabble tiles. And I have the word peace and I have the word joy. But I think what I'm going to do, instead of hanging them straight across, I might angle them down like the ball. So they look a little bit like the ball. And if I want them to match, I'm going to have to keep them close together without a space in between, because the word peace, there's no, you really can't put a space in there. EAC, because it wouldn't fit. Let's see. No, it wouldn't fit, because it's right to the edge right now. So let's, stay in there. Gotta hold your mouth just right. That's what my mama would have said. Okay. You kind of get the gist. They're gonna look great. So let's start with those. I'm gonna start with the middle letter so I know that it'll be even out. Put a little bit of glue on there, stick it right in the center. I got paint all over me. What is up with that? Okay. Can't pick it up. There we go. And I'm going to put them just so, like, here's one letter and here's the second one. It's like right dead center. That's how I know it's gonna look okay. Now, if you want them all wonky on purpose, that would be a whole lot easier. And that would look great too, especially if you had real bright colors. Okay, there you go. It's cute, but it's not done. I like that. I like the dimensions as it's coming out at you. All right, so let's do my middle letter of peace, which is a letter A, and then I'm going to build out from there. All right. Goodness, garbage truck. You hear everything. Dogs barking, garbage trucks, motorcycles. Now, if you find that you're having a hard time getting your letters to stick with the hot glue, rough them up in the back a little bit with some sandpaper, because they are really smooth, and sometimes the glue doesn't want to stick. All right, so tonight, I think, I have to look, but I think there's an ugly sweater party tonight. And I don't know if we're going to dress the part. I don't think we are. Sweaters here in Florida just they're a little warm. But the place we go on Saturday nights, the VFW, I think there's sweater parties tonight, but I'm not sure. Okay, there's my piece. I know it's backwards. I wish it wasn't, but it looks good. So I have that. Now I'm going to do a little ribbon on these. Put my glue gun out of the way. And I have pulled, where are they? Oh, they're over here. I have pulled some different ones that are polka dots and Merry Christmas and some green trees. And I thought those colors would all go good. The red, not so much, but I don't have a Christmas pink. I'm looking at my ribbon bin over here. I'm surprised that I don't have a Christmas pink, because this is just this is one tub. See, I have 3 of these. So you'd think one of them would have a Christmas pink in there, but I do not. It's all reds and greens. And I do have some whites. So we're just going to go with what we have. What did I just do with them? Right here in front of me. Are you kidding? And I am going to do the crisscross bow, where you just take pieces and crisscross them over the top of each other, tie them in the middle, which I forgot my twine to do that with. So I'm going to have to tie it with a piece of skinny ribbon. You know, something told me to bring that twine out too. No, gold star wire. Why not? Fancy. Okay, and I'm going to start with my red and green polka dot. I love this. And I have a little ruler that I'm just going to cut them the length of the ruler. If I cut one, that's all I need the ruler for. And I need 4, 2 for each frame. So there's 2. Three. And 4. Oh, I put straight pins. I have a box of straight pins in each one of my bins of ribbon because that's how I close them. Otherwise, I would have a tangled up mess everywhere. 2 here, 2 here. So let's do some of my green trees. Aren't those cute? I'm going to do those the same length. Everything's the same length because then it'll be floppy enough, which is what I'm going for. All right, 4 of these. I tell you, it is warm. I got sweat running down my back. I'm hot. Satin jammies are pretty, but boy, you need an fully air-conditioned house for that, which ours is air-conditioned, but I think I need to crank it a little. I wonder if I put my fan on, if I can keep things from blowing. Maybe. Maybe. Stop. Feels better though. Okay, so I got those 2 ribbons. I am going to use this red, and I think the red's going to look okay because there's a little red in the back there. So there, you know, it'll pick up some of that. Won't look so out of place. I like to organize my things according to pretty much season. Like that is fall and Christmas and some winter ribbons. But then I have some a tote that is 100% 4th of July. I mean, I got red, white, and blue ribbon for everything. And spring. So I've got like Easter eggs and stuff like that. Ribbon. Okay. A lot of my ribbon, like this Merry Christmas ribbon, I got that from the Dollar Tree. They have really nice ribbon. You don't get a lot on a spool, but they're really nice. Ooh. Okay, you know what? I gotta flip it out. Okay, and then this one says Merry Christmas also, but it's a lot skinnier, and it's white with red instead of red with white. So hopefully I'm all good to go. And that gold star, I would not have chose that, but you know, I think that's going to go good with the glitter. Get this around, put my pin in it. Could you imagine if I did not pin all of these? What a mess this tote would be. Just all over the place. Okay, now I got to turn my fan off because I have to have these laying just right. This is my crisscross bow, and I'll show you what I mean. I take my whitest ribbon first, and I make a cross or an X or whatever you want to call that. And then, I don't know, you probably can't see it too well. And then I do this one over the top, crisscross. There it is. Then my next narrowest, I go from biggest to narrowest. And I turn that around, I want it to all go the same way. If the words go this way, the tree's got to go this way. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at in life. And then my skinny one on top. Now, you pinch right here in the center, and that's where you tie off. And luckily, this is wire, and I have my wire cutter, so it was meant to be that I use this wire. Okay. And I am going to bend it already because I need to get this right in the center. So this is going to go right through here. And I am going to twist this around. Hopefully I can get it tight enough, because I wasn't expecting to use this wire. All right. Oh, nice. Okay. Twist it once in the back here. Perfect. There is my crisscross bow. So it's, and you need to move things around a little bit and get it all to lay just right. And the more ribbons you use, the fuller it looks, and it looks more like a bow and less like the letter X. So I'll have to be zhuzhing that. But that's my bow. Cute. And I was just going to hot glue it in the center. But I'm wondering if I just take the wire and tie it around the back here of my beaded string. Put it in the back. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of sort of okay, but I don't like it off to the side like that. So let's undo that. And it's twisted enough in the back here. I'm going to twist it one more time, and then I'm going to cut these ends off and hot glue it on, because you can hot glue everything, even gold star wire. I don't even know why I have this star wire. I'm sure it's for some reason. Okay, I'm going to push the ends down because they're sharp. Oh, good. And zhuzh it a little bit. Separate them. There. And I really do like it in the center. So that's where it's going to be. And actually that little bit of gold looks kind of cute. There it is. Huh? I love it. And it says joy, which is definitely the reason for the season. That was another thing we talked about at Bible study, how joy and happiness are not the same thing. That happiness is what you get when I think my husband says, when you're eating ice cream, that makes you happy. Joy is a more deep thing that you get because you're content, because you have a creator, you have the Lord, and it gives you fulfillment, and fulfillment is what gives you joy. So you can be totally joyful, but not particularly happy at the moment, and that's okay. Because happiness is pretty much just an emotion, where joy is something deeper. We explained it all really great last night, and of course right now I can't think of all of it, but it it totally is two different things. Okay, let's see if I can get this one to look as good as the last one. Let's see, get this up in here. Ah, get it twisted. Come on. Work with me. There we go. And I just need to get this in here and twisted. Twisted, sister. All right. That needs some zhuzhing as well. I'm going to bring this around so it's tighter. All right. See, I like that extra gold in the center also. I think that really makes it look really nice. All right. Okay, let's see how it looks. This has got a lot more gold in the center, and I think I like that. So I don't know. I'll have to zhuzh it, mess with it. But this is what I've got so far. Let me see. Put some gold on there, or some glue on there. And stick that down. All right. So this is the first one, and I really do like that. I love how that turned out. And I think I might put a hanger on the back of that. I don't know yet. And then here's my joy. Let's see if I can get all three of these. And my piece. Isn't that pretty? So that's what we made today. We made two separate projects. Actually, you could give all three of these as separate gifts. So you have three gifts that for somebody that walks in the door with a gift for you and you didn't realize it. So you actually have a gift for them. If you like this project and you want to see more of my stuff, hit the little follow at the top. I have exciting news. I have a brand new private group that is called Inspire Me to DIY, the number 2, Inspire Me to DIY Community. And I have a website, inspiremetoDIY.com. And I'm also on Pinterest, YouTube, and Instagram. And I also have a t-shirt shop that I make earrings. These are some of the earrings in my shop. And I also have t-shirts. That is inspiremefabulous.com. So go ahead and look those things up. I'd appreciate it if you just took a look. This is my business and I'm really enjoying doing it. So happy Saturday and Merry Christmas, because it's only a couple days away. So I will talk to you later. Bye.